Hi, it's Margaret, and I know I'm looking like a flat-ass ghost because my face is just one block. I'm only wearing foundation at the moment because right now I want to do a sort of like first impressions or just to get ready with me because I recently got the Anastasia Norvina palette, which I haven't even touched yet. So like self-control, I'm doing pretty well. You know, I might as well play with it on camera for the first time and see how it goes. So I'm from Australia, so this hasn't been released, so I actually ordered this off Beautylish, and it came pretty quickly. I want to say within like a week, and I was not expecting it to come that quickly, and it was beautifully packaged, and as you can see, nothing's broken or anything like that, so I'm very excited. The colours are very pretty. First off, I really need to add some dimension back in my face. So as I've already said, I've got my foundation on and I've already powdered, so I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup routine. I'm just going to put on some Hoola bronzer because I am in some dire need for dimension to my face. As you can see, I look like a pancake, and I did put on a lot of foundation and it is coming off quite full coverage. So let's give me some cheekbones that I don't have. That looks a little bit strong in person, but it looks okay. It's okay, I'm gonna manage. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my forehead just to bronze it up and give some shape back to my pancake face. And now to get rid of my double chin to the best of my ability, I'll just put a little bit of bronzer on my neck as well, just so hopefully it all matches. Now I'm going to go in with blush, and I'm just going to use Tarte's Expose because this is going to go with whatever eye look I do today. Put that on top of my cheeks and blur it into my bronzer. Is that too much blush? Nah, that looks good. So I'm just going to contour my nose as well with the Naked palette. I'm just taking the shade Naked. It's a really nice subtle nose contour. In terms of getting the Norvina palette, I actually wasn't going to purchase it. I had watched heaps of reviews on it because, you know, it got so much hype. When I first saw it and I saw like the reviews, there were quite a few mixed reviews, and they were saying, oh, it's not really a purple palette. If you look at it, it's quite neutral. And that's why I originally didn't want to get it, because if I was going to get a purple palette, I wanted something with more brighter purples, more than just one purple, because I'm pretty sure in the palette it's just one purple and there are a few pinks and other shades. Okay, I think I didn't do a good job of my nose contour, but whatever, I'll just buff it out a little bit with a fluffy brush and hope for the best. I'm going to fill in my brows with a brow pencil and pray that they're going to be even. Yeah, but as I was saying, the Anastasia Norvina palette isn't quite purple. It's honestly just a neutral palette with a few pops of purple and pink. And that's why I didn't want it at the start, because I thought, oh well, if I want a purple palette, I might as well get an actual full purple palette with more of the purples that I wanted. But the more reviews I watch, the more I like succumb to the pressure. I don't actually own any Anastasia palettes, and for the longest time I did want the Modern Renaissance, but I do have a few colours in my collection with those same pops of red, so I was like, probably shouldn't buy it. It'd be a little bit redundant to just get more of the same red tones and oranges and pinks. The Soft Glam looked really pretty, but I was also like, do I need more neutral eyeshadows? I haven't even used up all of the ones I have in my collection, so I was like, no to the Soft Glam, and it was a little bit boring, to be honest. And I saw somebody's review who was comparing, I forgot who it was, but if I remember I will try and link it, but somebody's review on YouTube was just comparing all of the Anastasia palettes and which one is the best for you. They described the Norvina as a mixture between, or very similar to having a soft glam but with a few pops of purple. And I thought, you know what, I wouldn't mind having a few more neutral palettes to look with and a few pops of colour to play with. So the reason I didn't want the palette in the beginning turned out to be the reason why I ended up buying it, which is like full circle. So just brushing my brows with my Essence Brow Gel. Love this stuff. that's it. Let's start playing with the Norvina palette. It comes with a little brush, and I was having a look at the brush, and it's not too bad. Like, I don't know. Yeah, this is actually a pretty decent brush. I think I'll try to use it in this look as well. I'm going to peel off the little sticker at the top, and this is such a pretty purple. Like, the packaging is such a pretty color, and oh, I know this velour everyone complains about because it's going to get dirty, but I'm going to appreciate it while it lasts. And so this is the palette in all its glory, and as you can see just from, well, I'm sure heaps of you guys have seen this already, from a glance it does look quite warm. Maybe I'm just like, my eyes are drawing to these warm shades like Eccentric and Passion. I feel like the only real purple shades are like Soul here, which is kind of a dusty blue purple, and Celestial, which is what I'm looking forward to. I think I'm definitely going to use Celestial on my lids, so I'm just going to swatch a few of these shades just to get an idea of what I'm working with. Oh, Rose Gold looks really nice. First and foremost, Celestial. Ooh, that's pretty. That's a pretty purple. Okay, I'm definitely putting that on my lids. It's a little bit chunky, but very soft. This is Rose Gold. Oh, wow, these are very soft and a little bit crumbly. I'll just pat it down. Oh my god, that's really pretty. Wow, these are pigmented, which I should have known, but this is my first Anastasia palette after all. This one is Summer. Okay, that's kind of like a bronze gold. Wow, these are very pigmented. They are some of the metallic shades. They are very, very gorgeous. So I'm just going to take the base shade, and it's literally called base, and I think it's got a bit of a satin sheen to it. It's probably to make it blend a little bit easier, but Love, Soul and Base, they all have a slight sheen, but I'm sure they'll just come off matte on the eye. So I'm just going to take base and put that, oh wow, wow, that's powdery, under my brow bone. I've already set my eyes with just powder so that they'll blend a little bit smoother on top of each other. I feel like that's definitely a satin sheen because I can see the reflection. Even that, or my brush probably isn't clean. Let's try to use this brush. I'm going to use the shade Love, which is the pink color, the matte pink color at the bottom. And I think I'll just use it kind of like a transition color and put it a little bit all over my lid in a soft wash. So I'm just going to take the fluffy side of the brush that they come. Oh my god, that's really powdery. Oh my god, you probably can't see on camera, but that's like the lightest touch, and it, well, makes a big dent. Okay, definitely tapping off my brush for that. Wow, these are very nice eyeshadows. These are very, very powdery. The eyeshadow brush isn't too bad. It's a little bit scratchy, but like, get the job done, and I'm not going to complain about that. I do have Monolid, so I just want the colour to actually show up when I open my eyes. So I am going to bring it quite far up, just so that when I do layer colours over it, the pink is still going to peek through. I'm just going to take a somewhat clean blending brush. I'll just quickly wipe it on a tissue just to get any... It's definitely not clean, I can tell you that, but I'll do my best. And I'm just going to diffuse that colour a little bit more. I don't know if it's my eyelid or if it's just not blending well in this little corner. Probably my eyelids, to be honest. They have been a little bit patchy and dry. Taking the same side of the brush, I think I want to take Eccentric, which is this warm brown. I'm not warm orangey camel colour. And I don't know how it's going to play with all these sort of pinky purple looks, but let's give it a go. And I'm just going to put that in sort of the same position as where I put that pink colour, but just a little bit lower, and not diffusing it as high up as what I've already laid down, just to create a little bit more depth. And oh, I think that's really warming it up and changing it to something else. Then I'm going to take the other end of that brush, and I'm going to take Passion, which is the darkest burgundy sort of colour. I'm just going to put that on the, oh wow, 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 so much powder, I don't know if you can see that, on the outer third of the eye. So I'm just going to lay down all my matte colours before I go in with one shimmery pop of colour. Oh, okay, that actually works pretty well with it. See, I was quite a skeptic when I first saw this palette, and even just looking at the swatches, I was like, well, these colours don't go well together. I mean, they don't go that well together. I felt like they weren't of the same tone. I really like this burgundy colour, it's really nice. And it's laying down pretty well. And this brush ain't too bad. It's a little bit scratchy, but it will get the job done. Okay, just gonna blend that out. So it kind of just looks like I have a warm peachy eye. I wanted to try out Celestial, so I'm just going to use my finger and grab that. Well, at least for most shimmery shadows, I always just use my finger. It's a lot easier to get that bright foiled look without having to like wet your brush. And so I'm just going to carefully place that using my ring finger. It almost looks like duochromatic here. And my Monolid just eats it all up. Try and bring it up a little bit using my finger, just so I get some of that purple peeking through. I'm just very impressed. Why have I not tried Anastasia eyeshadows before this? So I'm just bringing that pink back on so that colour comes through a little bit more. Okay, I definitely fucked up this eye because that is looking a little bit weird, but okay, it's okay. A little bit of liner will fix it. Just gonna go in on my lower lash line with Love, that pink colour. Just gonna put that on the centre of my lower lash line. It's quite scratchy, so it doesn't feel very good. Going for that bruised look, you know. Just got into a fight. Still looking glam. And then I'm going to take Passion again on the outer third of the eye. And just blend that into the top and the other shades. These colours, wow. They look true to the photos in terms of what you see in the pan. But I wasn't expecting them to look as flattering on the eye as they do right now. Oh, I actually really love it. Now that I've stepped back, and I swear it was looking like a mess just a minute ago. Can I just say, MVP, this brush is not bad. It's a bit scratchy, but if you just had one brush to do your whole eye look, you could manage it with this one that they give you in the palette. I'm just gonna go in with some winged liner. Hopefully that will make it okay, and I'm just going to be using a dark brown. Okay, even enough, that's going to work. I'm just going to take a small detail brush, and I'm going to take Dreamer, which is the lightest shimmery shade right at the top left, and I'm going to put that on my inner corner. Wow, oh, that's pretty. I'm really liking how this look is turning out, and I definitely want to redo this eye look. I was afraid that some of these cooler tones wouldn't look good on my sort of warm complexion. For warm toned people like me, those purples are going to look good on your eyes. Just going in. Oh my god. I'm so sad. Look at my mascara all down here. Okay, it's okay. I'm just gonna finish up with my highlight and lips, but I'm gonna take the NYX Strobe Genius palette, take a highlighter brush, and I'm gonna go in with this shade over here. Oh, this one over here. On my cheekbones and on that side as well. I'll take a little bit on my finger as well and put it down my nose bridge and a little on my cupid's bow. I'm just going to take the shade NARS, the Velvet Lip Glide in the shade Cozumel, and this is a really pretty neutral colour, so I figured it'd go with whatever lip look that with whatever eye look that I do. So that completes my look. I've just put on that lip colour from NARS. I went ahead and took off the mascara glob here, but you can still see a little bit of it, but you win some, you lose some. It was so close to being so good, but oh well, I don't think you can see it too much. I am actually really surprised with the look that I came up with today. I wasn't expecting it to be as flattering for warmer skin tones as it has been on my eyes, and I'm really glad I did end up picking this one up. Overall, I know it's just my first time playing with this palette, but I'm super happy with just the colours, and next time I definitely want to play around with Soul. I don't know how it's going to work, especially because it's such a cool tone purple, but everything else, especially the top row of shimmers, do look really flattering for those with warmer skin tones. I'm actually really glad that they chucked in these warm colours like Eccentric and Passion at the bottom, because yeah, they definitely gave a lot of warmth and it came out a lot more pinkier, like a pinky purple. If you're from Australia, pro tip, Beautylish is cheaper than if you were going to get it here in Sephora Australia, or if you're going to wait for that release. So it's already available and it came super quickly and really beautifully packaged. So that's all there is to this sort of first impressions, get ready with me. I'm just playing around with the Norvina eyeshadow palette, and I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you later. Bye!